This one.
Okay.
Hiya, welcome again to At Travel Culture. Our documentary today will be a bit different, concentrating on the agricultural farming opportunity I was given. Every year I am in Gulu in remembrance of the Lukoti victims and survivors of war. For this particular time after the event, I went to visit a friend's restaurant. I met a stranger, total stranger, and we began chatting. We then talked about work, and he told me how farming would be an interesting venture to go into. Farming, the northern region is really hot. What can grow here? Oh, lots things can grow here as long as you target the season right. Otherwise, how do we eat, how do we survive? He reassured me. Boo, but I have no land here. The renting aspect would be more problematic, especially if I'm not sure of the returns. I had one more excuse. Well, you can farm on my land. Like, really, wouldn't you utilize it yourself and family? We have lots of places to farm, and an acre or two for you to farm would not be bad. Well, that's how you would say how our conversation went. Like that, I found myself the next morning in the next village to tour the land and start my farming venture up north. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, how it all went. Stay tuned to know the steps. If you have been wondering what's happening as I highlight you my conversations with the stranger, well, here I arrived at their home the next day, and on arrival we went to tour the land. It was 1 acre of land which we decided to start with, given the calculated costs and the resources I had at disposal. The land, as you can see, we explored it fully. It previously had sorghum grown in the last season or two and had remained crop bare for a while. So there was growth of long grass all over. We started to make measurements of the land, dividing it into different proportions called kata, where workers would be distributed to dig. It was my first time to learn of the phases like kata, or is it katala hehe?
Okay.
You can show it from here. Yes. You just make it like this. Up there, then the other side for that person would be like this. That is already one katala. Yeah. Then this for the next person.
Next person.
Yes, the next person will this here. Then again, make it this way.
30.
Huh?
30.
No, this is the next katala.
Oh.
On you how to measure the katala.
How to measure 30 now? You go like this 30.
Yes, like this. 30 what? This is katala. You measure it like this from there to 1 katala. Yeah, it's like that. So we need to go.
This is how measurements are done. It should be 30 sticks measurements to make 1 kata in length and 1 stick measurement in width.
So 1 katala start from there and end up here. Then the next katala begin from here again to the other side of the road. Just like that.
So finally we concluded with the measurements, where we zeroed to about 20 workers to dig the garden. We agreed the best option would be to grow rice first in the land. I was a bit skeptical about growing rice in a dry land like this, given rice best grows in swampy areas, but was assured the specific type would grow. Anyways, we still zeroed on rice growing before heading home.
That is what I will.
It's the next morning. We have gathered the equipment carried by our first worker, who will also assist in the farming management, measurements, and distribution of workers. You may notice the mangoes rotting below head heath. That's how the mango season can be crazy in this region. They are everywhere, then suddenly they disappear and we miss them.
When they came,
Mm.
they came when I was there already. Oh, let me measure from here. The color is could not be a problem. Cielo, you count it for me. Rio.
2.
Rio.
Mm.
Yes. You say Rio.
Are you
There.
up there?
And when
4,
a big,
5,
a big here,
6,
a big arrow,
8,
when
9,
a star,
8, 29,
yeah,
30.
that is one kata. And here.
1 katal.
From here to the roadside.
Two, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21, 22, 23, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29.
Remaining with
One.
only one.
One kata.
One kata. Katala. To make double what?
Kata.
Katala.
30.
30 times 2,
Okay.
remaining with 1.
So what do we do?
So, those who are going to start from here,
Yeah.
when they reach where we make a sign there. No, when they finish from here to there,
Mm.
to where we what? To where we tie
Mm.
the grass, then they add one from another katala. They're going to add one like this one. It's like this. It's like this. So this is in one katala.
Okay.
One square.
Mm.
To make 30.
30.
So that is the thing. Okay?
So here we are confirming our measurements and finding the markings we did yesterday such that we know where each work will stand and how many kata each one can take on.
So once it's 8 already.
Yes. So let me see. 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7.
So we'll not finish, but it will take 2 days to finish.
Okay.
2 days, eh?
Mm.
Yeah. Not yeah. Yeah, it's still where you?
No, there.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, I'm to tell you.
You know,
Got an and where we
it's going to dig for 4 days.
all that one.
All.
Start from that one down
Mm.
up there.
Up to the road.
Okay.
Take 4 days.
4 days.
4 days.
Okay. That is okay. So you're
You
digging,
notice
eh?
the long dry sticks are markings placed for each kata.
One.
Remaining. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
8, eh? So it started by 8.
You carry it in the here.
That's kicking a better. So I'm that down.
So, I'm happy.
Then time don't what no. Then know what's okay here. It's supposed to be like this. You start the start and do that where that do
Come on, go.
yeah. Những cái biển chắc như nó ngoài á.
Where?
Nó tao cho cái cho.
In African villages, traditionally families dig their own pieces of land starting from father, mother and the children working all together, including where families are extended to help each other. However, if anyone needs labor, measurements of 30 yardstick making per square is measured known as kata such that the assistants know how big they are digging and how much is the total pay. We continue to make the actual measurements with the standard stick. Looking closely, the main measurer is now right in the center of the garden following the specified line from our location point. Then later the laborers, in my case since I need assistance, will know how many kata they will take on, and it also helps me organize resources early knowing the right kata. This acre of land extends right to the palm trees in the background. Such trees that grow in line indicate an elephant path that once the fruit locally called tuku, one of elephants' favorite food, was disposed as they moved. However, also given how perfect the trees are aligned to make an acre next to the neighboring plots it looks, they are now being planted as boundary trees in some cases today and given their long existence. One has to be careful walking and digging in such long grass. Advisable to have gambits on and long sleeves. However, when it becomes hot, it can be hotly hectic. Sometimes to make perfect straight lines of kata, especially in long grass, one can stand from one end and another from the other and walks towards the other person digging in a straight line until the two people face each other as it's being done here. How do you do labor digging measurements in communities? What kind of measurements do you conduct? Comment to let us know, please. Having known his kata measurement boundaries, one may mark off digging a straight line with the hoe to dig down the grass and make own markings, as one of the laborers is doing here.
So your 8. Where you're digging is your 8.
After that one. Start from here. Yeah, that one is 1.
Okay.
Mine start from here.
Uh-huh.
Going that.
Okay.
We take a long process and time on this specific kata distribution activity as it's a very important aspect in distribution of labor. The type markings ensure everyone is confident with where they are digging. If 1 foot is even left, I promise you it won't be dug out. It's an extra avoidable expense once everything is done right.
Mm.
Bale bate ngwa nyo tata ni na. Bale tiga pia pia na Kenya. Wo no bate wa. Rồi đó mẹ nó mẹ nó sao.
Our new tactic was to dig down the grass with a hoe in straight square lines distributed in between the garden to make it easier with the boundary markings. The long dry sorghum sticks we had placed earlier did not work out. This is the harder stage, especially challenged with long grass. However, you must agree that the environment and nature is really beautiful. You can see how these flat savanna grasslands spread across the horizon from this angle. During the rainy season, the area is less green until the dry season kicks in, bring everything to a brown dried point from the hot burning sun, reminding us we are up north next to the Great Sahel Desert across Sudan. The garden next to the left here with shortened grassweed would be easier to measure, but belongs to someone else. Therefore, making measurements amidst long grass like this, one has to be innovative. Pluck a grass, hold it the air with arms spread such that one can gauge the boundary point as done here. However, if the plucked grass is too green engulfed in its fellow greenery, then back up with using a dried sorghum plant like this. Alright, with the wind and changing dark weather showing markings of rain coming, we have come to the end of our measurements as we leave you with this 360 rotation around the garden. Catch up for labor next morning. Good morning, welcome home. It's garden labor today, and here we kick off the morning with arranging our hoe. It's the first thing any farmer does in the morning to ensure the tool is perfectly put right. It's hit on the stone firmly, and the nails placed in place. The hammer is used to straighten the ridge which might have been folded by the stones while digging the previous day. So hammering it straight ensures the hoe is well placed to dig into the garden soil and quickly cut through anything like weeds. This is a special stone which is placed there for use. At times one can use it to scrub their feet when back from the garden. Alright, testing. Once everything is done, we are set and ready to go back to our cottage garden, ready for actual digging today. As we head to the garden, it's an interesting walk through our African village. The houses here are African huts such as the neighbor to the left if you look closely. The huts can fluctuate accordingly to the weather in this region. If it's too hot, they absorb the heat. If it's too cold, they release the absorbed heat. I like how homes and gardens are aligned with fruit trees, especially with the mango trees being the most common. Now the circle of these mango trees is what we call the village mangoes sanctuary. Hehehe. People, especially kids, gather here jumping from one mango tree to another, just eating mangoes and throwing to us below who can no longer climb. I promise I was climber at my child age. The bones have just worn out of the climb. We passed ahead is the brick tunnel. We have a documentary of CEO visiting making bricks. Check it out. Our African hut houses can be made of these bricks, but cooked bricks like that are for sale to generate quick household income given the crops may take long to grow. It also helps in emergency situations. Did you see the animals resting in their veranda shade? The houses are built in such a way it's how they are kept at night. We rarely have cows, but they are kept in kraal. Animals are mainly used to help in emergency situations to be sold off. When going to the garden, we carry hose by the shoulders. It's easier to weight it down. As we arrive at the garden destination, can you point it out? We see it's still empty, but soon we shall get more people, hopefully. I want this done before I head back to the city. Whoa, as we take the turn to the actual garden, there are lots of people. How exciting! Our management assistant did well his job the rest of yesterday evening mobilizing people for this morning farming.
Three. So they are over. No, no.
Alright, as you have observed, we have fully fledged our digging. We have a full house and the hectares were already distributed very early morning. Some people were halfway almost, and of course there was need to confirm where others pass to ensure proper boundaries. These matters cannot be missed. Hey. Most of the assistance is from large families that work together daily. They first come to help, then later move to work on their gardens too. This communal aspect helps move work faster. We have two groups starting from both ends of the garden, then we'll later meet together midway the garden. It helps finishing faster. Cut palm trees like these can be a big obstruction in the gardens. It can be difficult to take them out completely, but one step at a time. I had my own cotta which I dug completely down. As you can see my movement here, all the wheatgrass is down. Hard worker pays. Let's move around and see what's cleared. Can you still recognize the long grass we walked through yesterday? It's all down. I ensured at least much of the garden was dug down before heading back to the city. Water is fetched from a nearby well or borehole. This orange cup is communally used to drink the water. Keeping hydrated in gardens is important, especially in such hot area. That's a 360-degree of the garden, almost all cleared by midday from 7 a.m. It was super. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we transformed this long grass garden into a rice garden. The grass would later be removed and dried for burning before actual planting. 1 acre would take a filling of 3 rice basins. The rice would be scattered all over the garden. We cannot unfortunately show you the final outcome of the rice garden. This is because I could not return to capture the planting and harvest processes as planned. This is because the Kuruma Bridge broke down around that time, and the transportation costs tripled beyond our costs. However, if you want to share with you the lessons learned, be sure to comment with a give us a live talk experience so we can share live our rice outcomes. This is the fruit from palm trees, also enjoyed by both elephants and people. This can be feasted on alongside with mangoes. Most brown ones are rotting seeds eaten already. The taste of both fruits is similar. Once all is gone and dusted, we head back home. Please keep around as we share next our chili garden experience. It's quite a new venture. We are excited about. Keep around. It's been a pleasure. Smiles.